Right, hello, here we are, week 216. Let's just get the fish fed. Right, keep them quiet for a while. So, let me think. So, this week, let's do this while I put the camera on, really. I'm not a professional. Yes, so first thing, I have bought the Lanthanum Chloride from eBay. So this is how it comes in a little pouch called Foss Care. Just a damp white crystalline structure. So I have made a litre, 25 grams. So basically I'm going to get 2 litres out of that pack. That was £37, I think. 2 litres at half the price of the shop bought stuff, basically. So I have made it up. I have yet to dose it to the tank because I've still got the Trochus Marine, the Limifos Rapid. I've got about 300 ml of that left. So when that goes, I will swap over. It should, I'm hoping, be the same strength. So I should dose the same amount to have the same effect. I will probably underdose it and just test my phosphates daily for a week or so, see where it is, make sure there's nothing untoward happening with the tank. And yeah, I'll see how I get on with it. So that's that. I've also done, I don't know, I'm looking down there, they're down the other room. I've mixed up a fresh batch of the ABC reagents for my Trident. As you know, my Trident hasn't worked properly for months now. And I thought maybe it was because the reagents were coming to the end of their life. So I've replaced them with brand new reagents and it still doesn't work. So I just get a different error. So now I get the calcium out of range error on the Trident. So I think I'm pretty much gone through every scenario I can from doing the DIY sort of refurb kit, I guess you call it. Changed the leads, cleaned out the manifold, cleaned out all the tubes. I mean, I can physically watch it. Everything comes in, goes out, the vial fills up. You know, the little stirrer works, so I don't really see what the issue is, unless maybe it's a software issue. But it doesn't work, so that's where I'm at. The alkalinity works, so I will just use it to give me the alkalinity. I've checked the alkalinity with just a Salifert test. It seems to be pretty accurate. So yeah, I'll just use that, I guess. What else? So I've done the Lanthanum remixed ABC reagents. Oh, so those reagents actually, by the way, are now going to be available in the UK. So I had to wait a month for those. It's not a big deal, obviously, if you order them well in advance, but it still takes a month to come. So if you're now UK based, you can go to marine-bec.co.uk. Now, just look at that. I think I said it correctly. Yeah, so you will be able to order your ABC reagents from a UK based source, which is very good. So that's Harry the Spiritual Reaper doing that. So the light, yeah, the light is, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but they obviously, all these are blues. So they're G5, G6 blue, Radion blues, other than the 2 G4s, which are the Pros, which give a whiter light. And that one, because it's not Mobius linked, so the Wi-Fi chip in it doesn't work. There is a chip in there, but it doesn't connect. So I've just done it by hitting the buttons on the top, and it's that segment of the tank is much whiter than everything else. Not that it bothers me. I'm sure that would bother a lot of people, but it doesn't bother me. So, and it's literally on an on-off time of that light now. It's like old school. So I think it comes on 6 hours a day. I'm pretty sure it's probably just running at 100%. So it comes on at 10 with a a Wi-Fi plug basically, and it goes off at 4, and it's working. So I will just leave it as it is. So I'm back to 20 lights over the tank. So fingers crossed, I'll get a few months before something else breaks. I think that's probably about it actually. So the sump extension is done. Been running for what, a week or so. It's all running fine, no problems. I've still got to change the pipe work just to get the returns to sit on the bottom of the crate rather than on the. I built a little sort of shelf for them to sit on, but that's nothing really. It's far from important, so it'll get done as and when. Something over here, not a lot really. No, can't think of anything. I'll just do a weekly water change in that tank and still dosing the all-for-reef. Yeah, that's it really. Get a lot of snails in that tank. I don't know if it's a temperature related thing, but or it could just be they get eaten in this tank. But I see a lot of baby Trochus snails. I mean, a lot. There's loads in the sun. So they obviously breed quite well in that tank. Never see them in this tank. So I don't know what. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. I did a water change yesterday, so I'm quite enjoying. I just over skim in my water change. So actually, I came out and fed at 9 in the morning. I turned that skimmer up so it was overflowing. I matched it with the fresh water going in, and I just left it for 7 hours. So just did it slowly, trickled over all day. I did about 300 litres. Simple. It's a very nice way of doing it. Yes, I think that's it. I cannot think of anything else that I'm doing. So now I've done the phosphate, I've got another idea that I might try a different type of lanthanum mix, which will work out super cheap if it works. I will try that over the next couple of months. And I have still got to make up my next mix of K elements for the trace dosing. So the A's are on there. I think I've done 15 litres of trace A that I make myself now in this tank. I can't really see any bad side effects, so I think that's all done and dusted. So I just need to move on with the K. I have ordered and received some new trace elements, but I just haven't got around to mixing them, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't really think of anything else. It's that time of year, isn't it? That I've got other stuff going on. I just want the tank to tick along. So in terms of what I run on this tank now, I've kind of made it simpler and simpler and simpler to the fact that I don't think I could make it a lot simpler. So basically I have no reactors or anything running anymore on this. I dose lanthanum to sort out my phosphates. I've got 2 skimmers on the go, so I've got that one there, and I've got a Deltec in the actual sump, which I took off my old tank and sitting in my basement. I put that in there, and that is all I run. I want a filter fleece, but even the filter fleece I've changed. I've got a narrower roll, so there's gaps either side, and sometimes I let more water flow through, sometimes I don't. It's just depending on where the levels are. Nitrates around 20, phosphates around 0.1 to 0.15. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not running any carbon, don't run any pellets. I don't run anything. Yeah, no GFO, none of that stuff. So it's just literally 2 skimmers, a filter fleece, and some lanthanum, and that's where I am. Yeah, and the tank was pretty good, to be honest. Right, I think that's it. Yeah, and I will see you in the next one.